Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Today, I just wanted to share the 7 lessons that I learned on my first track day. Now, I did learn a lot during this the first track day, but I just wanted to just bring up 7 main lessons that I learned. That these might be something that could help you on your first track day. So I wanted to share with you guys this. They're not rocket science or anything like that, but these are some stuff that might help you on your first track day or your second track day. So let's get started. But first, if you are new to my channel, please make sure that you subscribe, like this video if you like this type of video. Check out my other content. I recently, if you've been following my channel, you know I recently purchased a Gixxer 750. It's a 2003 and it's a track only motorcycle that is not street legal at all. I use it only for the track. And if you're new to my channel, that's that. I also ride a Z900. If you've been watching the videos of my channel, you already know all of this. So let's get started right away. My first lesson is the sense of community. Sense of community that you get from going to the track. And this is super important to me because my first track day, I was a little concerned about how is the people. Are they going to be, racing really fast? Are they going to be jerks? Are they going to be assholes? Whatever. I just didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. So it was the first time. How are they going to treat a newbie? Things like that. I tell you right now, my experience, at least my experience, was phenomenal. Everyone there recognizes, not everybody, about 90%. You always have those people that are not so cool, but everybody there, man, they know. They've been to the first track day. They know what it is to be in the first track day. They know what it is to experience, people passing you and stuff like that. Everybody just there trying to have a good time. Everybody's trying to learn. Everybody's on their own mission, and it's not about you. They're trying to help you to get you to where you need to be. They're trying to make you better. Everybody has tons of tips. Everybody was so helpful to me. I had some mechanical issues. People were helping me left and right. They just want to make you feel like a family. They want you to come back, So they want you to feel like you're home. And it was awesome. There's so many vendors there, at least on this one time that I went. So many people that bring their tools, their equipment, food or whatnot, and everybody just sharing. Just great sense of community. It was awesome. Thing that I learned is that it's not what I thought. I thought it was just gonna be everybody on their own, just being jerks or whatnot. But this was just awesome. Just fantastic. People literally would just give you tips, check out your bike. Everybody's so interested in what you're riding and not for the wrong reasons. They want to help you develop and get better, which is great help. People recommending tires and gear and things like that. It was so cool. Second thing that I learned, and this is probably the most important thing, guys, I thought I was fast. I learned that I am not fast. Not as fast as I thought I was. If you go to a track day, you have to leave your ego at home, your pride and your ego. You have to leave it at home. Period. Dot. There's no other way to say this. When you are riding on a 160 horsepower motorcycle, and all of a sudden a KTM 390 or a Kawasaki Ninja 400 passes you by in a corner, like nothing, like you're standing there. It's a very humbling moment. Of course, you want to catch them and all that, but I learned that I'm not that fast. Everybody's faster than me, and that's okay. That's okay. Everybody's so awesome, and they're so helpful. And when I was there, I got my ego got the best of me all like at one time, and then I made a mistake. Luckily, if you want to see that mistake, check out my previous video on this, where I go off the track. And even after I did that, everybody was so cool about it. They're like, hey, don't let somebody pass you ruin what you're doing. Focus on what you're doing, and just keep doing what you're doing. Everybody is on their own mission there. So everybody's there to develop either the lean angle or the posture or whatever the case may be. So just do you, and you will be fine. If you watch my last video, you will see I do go off the track, and it was not fun. It was scary. I thought I was gonna wreck on my first lap. That was super crappy. Well, second lap, but I learned the hard way. I am not fast. Third thing I learned is check your motorcycle, check your gear. But check your motorcycle before you leave home. I did check my motorcycle, but the first track day was also the first day that I was gonna ride this motorcycle, and I recommend that you do not do what I did. That was dumb. Do not take something that you have not ever ridden in your life to the track. There's a learning curve, and you don't know how the motorcycle's condition is. So I did have some mechanical issues right off the bat. They were doing inspection, and my rear brake was not even engaging, and I didn't even know that because I was doing the inspection, and I do my regular inspection like I do on my Z. I make sure all the lights are on, but this doesn't have lights or anything like that. It's a track bike. Well, turned out the seller told me the bike last. They did some maintenance on the rear brake, and they didn't bleed the brakes correctly or at all, and so my rear brake was not engaging, so they wouldn't let me on the track. So I had to fix that, and that's when I go back to my number one, sense of community. Everybody was so helpful trying to help get me on the track, and we fixed it in no time, and we got there, got the bike on the track. Most organizations will have a checklist of the things that you want to look at, because there are some specifics that are not the same things that you will look at on the street. Some organizations care about noise, some care about use safety wiring, nuts and bolts and stuff like that. So make sure that you look at those checklists that those organizations have for you. Just go through them, just scrutinize it, just go through them. Check your motorcycle, check it well. Do not take a motorcycle you have never ridden to the track. That was a bad idea, super bad idea. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth thing, check your equipment, your gear. I had two major issues. The first is the helmet. I was rocking that day an HJC 17 Punisher. It's the first edition of the Punisher, and I like my helmet. It's a DOT Snell helmet. I like my helmet, but I never tried my suit other than at home. I never rode with my suit, with my one piece, and that's an issue. you guys want to find those, you want to try that gear before you get to the track, and you want to take it for a ride, and you want to see if it's comfortable, what works best, what kind of socks and stuff like that. You don't want to find that on the track day. But I was, an idiot, and I didn't check. Well, it turns out if you are, you're watching my video right now, you can see me leaning and all that, and you can see everything, right? So turns out I cannot ride a track bike with this helmet setup. Here's the reason: the helmet, the shells on these helmets they only have 2 shells for all sizes. So the helmet is really big. So when I'm trying to just, leaning on my bike and get my head up, the helmet would hit the hump on my suit. And so because of that, I couldn't even, get, really forward on my bike and down. And when I was leaning in and getting off the bike, I could barely get down. Like I was like a 3/4 tuck. I couldn't tuck in, and that was terrible. Like I was trying, but I couldn't, because if I looked up, the highest I could see was a couple of meters in front of me. It was terrible, and I didn't find out until I was on the track. I still had a blast, but I was riding almost in a 3/4 tuck the entire time. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that your equipment is good. You want to make sure that your gloves fit, that your boots fit. You don't want to find out while you're riding on the track at fast speed. Now, next one. do not sign for 2 days back to back on the track. You are going to get the workout of your life on your legs and your hands during your first track day. Especially if you are following people's instructions. Like, there's coaches on the track and they're trying to help you, and so you are getting this track that I did. It has a lot of turns back to back, so you are constantly doing mini squats, and so you're going from squat to squat, getting outside of the bike, inside, back, inside, outside, to the other side, and your legs will be hurting you. I suggest, do not sign for 2 days back to back on your first day until you get acclimated to it. After a couple of times, you get used to it, and you should be fine. But at the first, man, I was sore for like 3 days. It was great. I had a lot of fun, but my legs were killing me. It was awesome. Number 6, know your motorcycle. This was a big one for me. Like I previously mentioned in the video before, this is the first time I actually rode this motorcycle. It's a track-only bike, so I couldn't take it on the street. And so what do? I just wait until the track day. So the first couple of sessions, I was trying not to push it too hard. I don't know my bike. I honestly don't. And I ride normally a Z900, which is the stance is completely different. I'm leaning different. The gearing is different. I'd done this track before on what they call the Taste of the Track, which wasn't a track day. I only rode for 20 minutes on one day, and I actually was faster on my Z900. I feel like I was faster. I never timed myself, but I feel like I was faster because I was in 3rd gear for most of the track except the straights. On my on my Gixxer, you can't do that because how it's geared. You had to come in, revving high into the turn, because if not, you're gonna bog out. So I had to be in 2nd gear on most turns, revving high, so I can come out strong. And not knowing that, first couple of sessions, I was getting people passing me right after the turns, and I was like, what is going on? Why am I coming so weak out of the turns? And then I realized I was coming out with very little power out of it. it's just because I didn't know my bike. So if you could not do what I did and just take the very first time you ride that motorcycle to the track, that would work great. But you know, now I know. It's very interesting how riding this Gixxer that has more horsepower technically than my Z900, that I had to ride it so differently on the track. I swear on the Z900 the torque is so that how it's geared, I could ride this same track in Las Vegas Speedway on third gear most of the corners. I would say 90% of the corners. I can do them on all in third gear just easily. I cannot do that with the Gixxer. I had to come down to second gear to a lot of the turns, a lot of them, because the Gixxer revs are way higher. So I need to be on 7,000 RPMs when I'm in that turn, and I cannot do that in third gear. Lastly, number 7, U-Haul. If you are getting your U-Haul, this one is the dumb, not a dumb one. Yeah, it's the dumb one. I was dumb. I should have known better. But rent your U-Haul for 2 days. Guys, I almost couldn't even turn in my U-Haul, and I had to pay an extra fee for not turning it in time. I don't know what I was thinking. I only got it for 1 day. I should have gotten it for 2 days, but I didn't. So you don't want to leave early. Nobody wants to leave early. Just make sure that you get the U-Haul for 2 days. Do not ride to the track. Some people do it, and it's okay if you live close by, but I recommend don't ride to the track. Use a U-Haul. If you drop your bike, which when on this track day there was a ton of people, especially on B group, that drop their bikes. And then if you drop your bike and you are, you know, riding it there, then what are you gonna do? You know, you have to call a trailer. It's just a mess. So just grab a U-Haul. It's $30, I think, 30-40 bucks, and just save yourself that headache. But yeah, guys, that's basically the 7 main things that I learned at my first track day. And I didn't get into what I learned during riding. That's probably for another video. I learned a ton about how to ride the track and leaning angles and body positions, but that's for another time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and check out my other content. Everything in my channel is on a playlist. You can check out all my playlists. Go through there and check out my other videos and my other content. Check with you guys soon. I'm gonna have more videos about track days, motorcycles, and cars, and shaving stuff. So I hope you guys have a good one. Later.